Hello friends, don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so. Today in this video we are going to build complex custom actions using Apex and external APIs. So now we have understand that with the customization of Apex we can actually create powerful actions for Einstein Copilot. So in this video let's try to create a bit more complex action. Let's say this org deals with a lot of tickets from the customer and the agent has to log ticket in the system on behalf of their customer. One catch here is the agent should log the system in CRM as well as in a third-party system. And for this example, let's say the system is fresh desk. So in this example, we will build a custom action which will understand the context from agent. And then based on the agent request, it will create a ticket in the external system as well as in the CRM. And it will link both the tickets. So the external system that we are talking about is the one, the fresh desk. So in this org also a new ticket can be created, but for our example, this will be created through an integration. So let's look at the Apex code that we have written for this custom action. So this new class called case copilot, and in this one we have a method called create case, and since it has an invocable method annotation, so it will be available as a copilot action. Here I am giving the label name as create case record and I am specifying the description that create case recording system. When user asks to create a ticket, for example, a user might say create a ticket with high priority, subject as test, or create a case with priority low and subject as XYZ and description as XYZ. So here the important point is the agent can say that create a ticket or they might say that create a case. So we have to give different example to our copilot so that it can find the correct action. So that is the reason that we should give more and more utterances as an example. So it will help the copilot. Now here in this one, what we are expecting is input wrapper. Again, we want few information from the agent so as to create a case. In this one, we will need a subject, we will need a priority, we will need description and an account ID against which this case should be created. So here I am giving the description at the invocable variable level itself so that it becomes the instruction while creating the copilot action. And in this example, we will again see one of the limitation of one of the issues with the copilot that sometimes the instruction field itself is not coming up while creating the copilot action. And that is why we have to give description at the variable level itself. So here I am saying that subject given by user priority given by the user. If no priority is given, then the default value is low. So this is something that you can teach your copilot. Let's say the agent did not give a priority. In that case, the copilot should give the priority value as low to this input wrapper. Similarly, description in may so happen that the agent may not give a description. In that case, maybe the subject itself becomes the description and count ID get from the account name, creating the case. Now this is important that the agent might be talking about an account or it will directly give the account name while giving the prompt. So we are asking our copilot to before executing this action, it should get the account ID. And how will it do it? It will invoke the action get record by name. So the name it will find out from the prompt. Or maybe the name is already been mentioned before giving this prompt. So it has to be the account ID and pass it here. And for this example, I am also utilizing output wrapper and I'll just show you very shortly what is the reason of utilizing an output wrapper here. Actually, you would have simply created a case and we should have reminded the case. But again, because of the issues that we are facing while creating the copilot action, I have to create an output wrapper. The only reason is that with the output wrapper, I can actually define my description here itself, which will become the instruction while creating the copilot action. And the problem that we are facing right now is when we have more variables, then the instruction field is not coming up in the copilot action. And that is why I want the field to be auto-populated based on the description given here. Now in the method, what we're doing is what we are first of all creating a ticket in the external system, which is with that fresh desk. Now here I'm passing the subject, the email, which is basically the logged in agent, his email address. I'm saying whatever the description that has come through, and these are the parameter that is needed on the external system. If it is this defines the priority of that. So let's go to the ticket system where we have the subject, we have the email description, priority, and the status right. And that is what I am preparing a request body and making a call out to the Freshdesk API. And once we get the response, I am taking an ID out of it, which will become the external ID on our case record. So this is the apex method that we want to create as an action so that our Einstein Copilot can utilize it to perform this task. So now to create the custom action, we know the steps. So let's go to setup. Type Copilot, and let's go to Einstein Copilot actions. Here we have our existing action. So let's create a new Copilot action. Click on Apex and let it be of type Apex. And now we search for our action. Our case create record action is available because it is of type invocable method. And it is available right here. Let's click on next. This is where you will see the issues. So the issue which is actually with this Copilot action, it's not the zoom or something else. But the problem is instruction of the Copilot action is not visible. So there is no way that I can enter the instruction for the Copilot, but nothing to worry since we have already given the description to this method. So we know that this description will become the instruction of our Copilot action. That is why I have given the description at the method level or the invocable method level. And now the other problem that I see is the account ID field. I am not able to give the instruction. I am able to give the instruction for the description field, but for priority field or subject field, but for the account ID field, I am not able to give the instruction. And since we know that instruction is mandatory field here, if we don't give instruction, it won't let us click on the finish button again. So it can be solved by giving the description. So we know that the description will become the instruction of this input field. Right. We are hoping that such kind of issues will be solved in later stage, but for now we can use this workaround. Similarly, the other problem is on the output section. We know that in the output section also we have to give the instruction, but again instruction field is not coming up. We know that if we don't give instruction, it will not let us save. So because of this reason, I am not returning a list of cases because then I have to no way to specify the description of our output. Right. Rather, I am utilizing a wrapper class. Inside that, I have a variable called case record, which I want to return back. And here I can give the description. Again, now I know that whatever is output, if we have a description written, then this description will become the instruction for that input field. That's the only reason that I have to use the output wrapper here. So let's go back here. I think all the fields are populated. These fields already became the required input. Again, because it is required at field level. So that moment I made it required at field level, it became required at the action level. And then all the instructions are already populated. So we click on finish and it should create a new Copilot action. Next step is to assign this to our Einstein Copilot. So let's go to our Einstein Copilot. If this is our Einstein Copilot and it is active, we cannot assign this action. So we have to first deactivate it. Now the action we have created is not showing here in this Copilot action because it is not yet assigned to this Copilot. So it should be here in the Copilot action library. Just go here, assign it to the active Copilot, and now it should show up here. Create case record. Now we can activate this Copilot and we can go back to our home. Let's refresh it. Now our Copilot is active and this Copilot to have our custom action. Let's give it a prompt. Let's say that create a case, or I can use ticket also because we know that we have instructed our Copilot that agent might say case or agent create a case for account. I have account name as Force. Now here I am giving the account name in the prompt. It can also happen that the account is already discussed in the conversation and we can just say that create the case record for the first account for account sports with subject as please reply back and priority as right. And let's say description also. The description is need to discuss about the issue. Right. Seems like our action has executed. The prompt was create a case for account as sports with subject as this and the priority. Also we have given a description. Also we have given, if you remember the code level, we had said that if the agent is not giving the description value, then the subject will become the description. But here the agent have given the description, so that description should go there. Let's go to this account as sports. And here we should see a new case got created. Let's see that. Let's see this case. We see that this case is created with priority high, right? The agent had given priority as high and he had also given the description. So need to discuss about the issue. Subject was please reply back. But what also happened, it also created the same ticket in the fresh desk, and I'm showing the URL. Click on that, it should open up the ticket in the fresh desk script system. So here also you see that the subject is please reply back and the description is need to discuss about. The issue, the ticket is created by this user. So this means that our Copilot is able to create the ticket in the external system. It is able to create the ticket in the CRM system, and it is also able to link them. That is why I have the fresh desk ID, which is actually the case ID from this external system. And then I actually go to the ticket through this URL also. So we are able to build smart actions. So with this, we can say that we create more and more complicated action. It will actually help our agents to have a meaningful conversation with Einstein Copilot. And can actually save a lot of clicks of agent, and Copilot can solve their daily complex needs.